All right, Coach, if you don't mind starting us off by recapping UCF, and then maybe with it being senior weekend, talk a little bit about the seniors' impact as we look ahead towards that with Bedlam.
Okay.
And then we'll open up for questions.
UCF, I thought was a really great weekend. They're a very good team. And when you look at their numbers are good. Their pitching staff, man, they play tricks on you because they keep bringing in new pitchers with different looks. And she's a magician with her lineup because she can keep bringing the pitchers back in. So it's a well-coached team. It was a different environment for us, just I think humidity, and after today's practice I am now ready for it. So I thought we played well. The energy was great. The camaraderie was at a different level. I specifically felt the energy on Sunday, and usually Sunday is a day where we're running out of gas and there's just kind of a little bit more quietness, and I felt a different energy. So I really love what we did this weekend. I love where we're going. I think the timing is just about perfect right now. You guys go.
Start with Ryan.
Patty, just wanted to start off obviously with Kelly this weekend. It's a little bit different
I
weekend
knew it'd
for
be
her.
you. It would be you. Come on, give it to me.
Just how do you handle that with her? How has she approached it, and just how have you just sort of come to I don't know about know her, but just the process of this season, the way it's played out?
She has really grown so much since she's been here, and I think she has not looked in the rearview mirror. I mean, she's looking out the front window at what's in front of her, and she's the most professional style pitcher. Like she's very solid young lady, very mature, very professional, very intelligent. There's a lot of wonderful things about her, and that will be celebrated this weekend. We haven't talked about it. I mean, it's like I said, it's in the rearview mirror. She's just looking forward.
Mason and then Ryan Jack.
How interested are you in continuing to find a way to play Oklahoma State after this season, and how feasible is it?
We reached out to them. Our sport administrator reached out to theirs. We came up with a mutual date. I don't know what it is, but the plan is to play at the Hall of Fame Stadium. So there's been rumblings that I don't know about, except I do know that we reached out to them and that it sounds like it's happening.
You talked about the energies on Sunday. Having two very different games, Saturday to Sunday, and being able to bounce back and keep that energy, how big is that to prepare for not just this series, but the ramp up to the day-to-day you have to have postseason?
Yeah, I mean, that's really what I came away with is one, KD is a hot pitcher right now. Kelly, we extended her some and really pressed her in some difficult, the humidity was something we haven't felt in a while, so it was good to press her. I felt really good about the fight. I felt good about the focus. Felt good about the energy, and all those things that make us who we are have been kind of in spurts. Sometimes you don't see it as much as you see it other times. They're waiting for this part of the season. I talked to them today, like our schedule has not been really heavy hitting because there's just not a lot of teams that always want to play us. So it was a little bit different than it was last year, and they love those big games. And we got that experience in Texas, and we weren't quite ready for it, but we needed it. We needed it because we had to learn from it, and we did learn from it. And I think all the things are starting to get fired on all cylinders right now. So I'm excited about the way this team has come out to practice, and I know they're ready for the weekend. It's also a senior weekend, so there's a lot of things to play for besides the Big 12 championship.
When you have such a veteran team, is it hard to guard against them falling into, we'll just flip the switch and turn it on, as opposed to you need this kind of consistency all year long?
they know how to do it, and there's something to say about those that know how to do it and maybe think, I know how to do it, I don't have to go out and work. I think they have put in more hours as of late on their own to get what they want, because we're going to get what we're supposed to get. And it has a lot to do with the work ethic and what you're doing on your own, things like that. And I know that we've been doing that for preparation for what's coming ahead. And this is what they've been waiting for. This is their most enjoyable time of the season, is postseason. So like I said, I'm feeling really good where we're at right now.
Bob, James, and Jesse.
Yeah, Patty, I think last year you mentioned sometimes you'd have recruits on visits and you'd go to the football stadium like, yeah, this is cool, but what's that got to do with softball? But now, ever since Love Field opened, now you can't go games without seeing football players, without seeing basketball players on official visits going to Love Field. So what does that sort of mean to you, and what kind of atmosphere are you expecting this weekend?
First of all, I am expecting an outrageous, chaotic atmosphere. And that's what we're hoping for. When Sooner fans come for this, they're going to be as ready as we are to play it. So I expect that. From a coaching standpoint, I remember when I got a call from, I think it might have been Stoops back then, where he was calling me like, we're coming, I'm bringing some recruits to watch your postseason game. I'm like, wait. Yeah, let me see if I can get you guys tickets. I wasn't ready for that comment. So now you're using our stadium and our play, and young men are watching women play, and that's going to impress them in some way, shape, and form. If the coaches didn't think that, they wouldn't do it. So it's an honor. It feels good. It feels good to be that program that people are dying to get a ticket for, that coaches are wanting to bring recruits to, that other coaches are wanting to come to see it, see the stadium. Some want to come and kind of follow us around in the fall to learn how we run practice. So it's an honor, and again, it's all about growing this game. One thing we want to do as a program, I want to do as a coach, is leave this sport somehow better, however it looks, and I think we're doing a good job of that.
Patty, Kenny, he retooled his pitching staff. He brought in a catcher that can really hit. Your thoughts on what she this year, the team you're facing this year? Yeah, they're good. Very good pitching staff. I think everyone knows Lexi Kilfoyle is one of the best in the country, and her numbers show that. They got an exciting style, like aggressive style. Good hitters, good base runners. Their numbers look really good across the board. So they're ranked high for a reason. We're just going to have to play some of our best softball this weekend in order to get what we want. And there's a lot of things we want out of the weekend. So that's what we're ready for. But we know it comes with a great challenge.
Patty, you've talked about this freshman class not being they don't behave like freshmen, but you mentioned that this weekend you expect it to be a crazy atmosphere. Just how important is a weekend like this for freshmen, not only just in terms of maybe a playoff type atmosphere, but the fact that the playoffs are just around the corner? Yeah,
I'm excited for them because I know who you're talking about, but I don't look at them that way because they're fearless and they're very calm. They take their breaths. They know exactly what's needed in the moment. They have played in this big crowd, so I don't know that the moment will overwhelm them. But we also get to play at the Hall of Fame Stadium in front of 9,000. So they have gotten the best of all worlds, and it's really been a benefit to them. So I think they'll be ready.
Quick.
Patty, can you talk about how impactful this rivalry has been for the sport of softball, and talk about how is this moment any special, any more special since it's the last regular season matchup between LSU and the Big 12 for the American SEC?
I'm not really looking at it that. I mean, I'm readily admitting that I am a coach of the Big 12, and I will be because I'm not going to be coaching for another 30 years. I just want to be alive in 30 years. I don't know that that will even happen. So I left everything I could on this field, as has our program, to the Big 12. We're ready to, march into the SEC the best we can. There's no sentimental anything quite yet, because it's still very much business. And if you play or you think or you coach with too much emotion, you're going to get lost. So we're staying in the moment. We're staying locked into every pitch, every inning, every at bat. So that's all we can do this weekend. So I'm just really not thinking about the meaning of it. I probably won't until after it's all over.
Daniel?
Patty, with this obviously being like a senior-led group, who are some young players throughout the season that have kind of taken this leadership role as the season has gone on?
Some of the freshmen have stepped forward. They really have. I think Kirsten Deal has been someone that has been somewhat vocal. It's hard to really hear it because you usually hear it from our upperclassmen, or Kinsey and TRA specifically, but I know a few that have talked to me about their excitement about leading the team next year, and so I have paid a little bit of attention to that. But we are going to be young. We're going to be raw. We're going to be young, but we're going to be talented. And I don't want to even start talking about it because I get really excited about that idea. But we do have some that are ready to reset this program and start all over.
James?
Patty, you've talked about this senior class before, but I saw Kenzie's tweet and she said, "It's senior weekend, I can't wait." This senior class has been so dynamic, and it's their final time, to play in the regular season. Your thoughts on this group?
A lot of people have fallen in love with this class and this group of elite athletes. They've changed our program. They've changed the dynamic of softball. They have done everything and more that you could ever imagine for this program. I knew I was going to do this.
Why did you need to do that?
I know, but see, it's just they're different. And the addition of Kelly and Carly Keeney and Riley Ludlam have been wonderful additions to an already very star-studded. But to see people like Boone come out and have a great season, and Nicole May has been just a figurehead for us on the mound. TRA breaking records. Hansen, big time, big moment Hansen. Alyssa Brito, just phenomenal on defense, big home runs. I mean, you just keep going. Jada Coleman, obviously, one of the best outfielders that ever played the game. So you're talking about some of the elite athletes that have ever played the sport. And I think people look and they're like, oh, the Oklahoma City, you're missing out. You're missing out on just elite athletes, whether you like their style or like the way they act or whatever. That's not what this is about. It's about what they've given to the sport. They have elevated other programs. They have made other programs have to step forward. And we don't talk about that, but I know that. I've seen it. I've seen what's around us now, and everybody is seeing, we've got to get up there, and they're doing it. So these players had a lot to do with changing the sport, and I am proud of that.
Last one for Ryan Chapman.
Not a odd circumstance for you guys as far as it will be senior weekend, but it's not going to be the last time they play on Love's Field. What have you learned about being able to help those seniors manage kind of the emotions and the ups and downs of the weekend, knowing so much to play for, not going to be the last time on Love's Field, but it is the...
Yeah, we don't talk a lot about what it means. I mean, they know. So it's more about legacy, leaving everything on the field. Zero regrets. Just be ready for everything all the time. Get into it with your teammate. Get into, be a program athlete that is all in all the time. Don't take things maybe that you didn't do so well and be a distraction because you're mad about it. Just get in, and we win or lose. We can win without any athlete on this team, and I believe that. And so one at bat is not making or breaking us. One pitch is not making or breaking us. So it's just really not getting, sentimental about this stuff right now. We've got to grind. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. But right now we're taking it as hardcore business and finishing the right way.
Thank you, Coach.